Hello, lovely night, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Vundurlun is back again with another video. I hope everyone's having an amazing evening, an amazing morning, or an amazing afternoon, depending on where you are, of course. I just got back from taking the quickest fucking piss I've ever taken. Like, I fucking squeezed that shit out as quick as I could. So, today, per request of someone, we are going to be reacting to the Cougar epidemic. Young men dating older women. Why? Because I thought it'd be fun. Because, believe it or not, I think I've mentioned it before, I'm an old soul. As in, I'm not an old person, but I'm an old soul trapped in a young body. I'm an early 2000s boy, okay? Or an early 2000s hatter. Yeah. I'm out of breath. I'm sorry. Running from there to here just to keep up with like my schedule is whew. Anyway, so yeah. I don't know many like terms except like the stupid ones that are floating around that people think that are so cool to use. The fucking sigma, the mewing, the mogging, the like all that stuff. I used to like watch it and watch a lot of the memes that would be distributed, right? And I didn't know what the fuck it was. I just didn't know what it was. So I thought, hey, maybe, just fucking maybe, one day I'll take a bit of my time and research them, right? So I never did. I never did. I couldn't give a shit. I really could care less about those fucking like phrases and terms. I don't use them where I'm at, okay? Like in my country, we don't use those stupid fucking phrases. Some of them are being incorporated like because of the whole like northwestern like influence in my country, but it's rare for like you to hear someone say, "Oh, I'm a Sigma Giga Chad," or something like that, right? It's rare. So today we're gonna be watching this woman who I've already seen on clips, but I haven't seen any of her videos. I've seen her clips, but like debating these other fucking like OnlyFans girls, and I never took the time out of I never took the time to watch her full videos or clips of her videos like super duper short, and I was like, like imagine me doing the rock like eyebrow lift, like like okay, but they told me like, well, someone told me that you should watch this video. This is like her most recent one, and it's something that is pretty interesting because once he told me the title, I was like, ah, shit. This person is a friend, by the way. So I'm hesitant to go into this video for the simple fact that I could or could not relate. I don't want to relate because believe it or not, I wasn't like a cougar hunter. For those who don't know, cougar hunter is basically like the word that people would use for young guys that would go after like older women. Apparently it's called hag maxing now, something like that, some bullshit like that. Hag maxing. It sounds cool, but I'm pretty sure the guy or the person who invented it was dumb as shit. Anyways, we're gonna be watching it because I want to see how far and knowledgeable I am in the whole like terms and like Gen Z phrases and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I'm not that great. I still use old phrases, like very, very old phrases, like good afternoon, lovely, and stuff. Like maybe they're not old, right? But I speak like in an old-fashioned way. Dear God, I think maybe that's why I got along with Tora, because Tora is another streamer, by the way. She's another streamer, and I'm pretty sure she like understood my type of dialect. But she's British. She's a British streamer. Please don't get angry about my terrible accent. Okay, so we're gonna be starting the Cougar epidemic. I am so fucking sorry, Shoe. I'm so sorry. I forgive me. Please don't look at me with that face. Please don't look at me like that. I am so fucking sorry. That is not flattering at all. Okay. enough talking, and let's begin with the Cougar epidemic.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the rich, evil pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and having a wife
It's not my government, so I couldn't give a shit about it.
and 2 kids is dying. And the Zoomer-Coomer fantasy of a rich, older girlfriend taking charge and making you chicken nuggies while you play video games in your pajamas all day is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting.
Yep,
Or,
yeah.
you know, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it something different.
Yeah.
Hag-maxing. In my last video, I jokingly referenced the term hag-maxing.
You've been on a
I
date with
didn't
a
watch it.
40-year-old?
Okay, that's different.
How is that different?
He's right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle, he's hag-maxing. Educate yourself. Which greatly intrigued
Didn't watch that
a
one.
lot of you. So I decided, you know what, I am going to make an entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon. Gen Z men going out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening?
Don't
Is this
attack me.
happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing, or is it a symptom of broader societal issues? Why are all these young whippersnappers scooping up these older timepieces?
Whippersnappers. Whippersnappers. Okay. Oh, it's gonna hurt, but I've said that word before. Hadisons, look, I'm pretty young, okay? I'm pretty young. I'm not even in my, like, mid-20s. Not even close to my 30s, but I've said that word before, and the awkwardness, it was just, yeah, I said it. Oh, God.
Oh, speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor.
Of course.
Holzgern. Holzgern is a young Austrian company that creates uniquely crafted
We are not
watches,
skipping it.
jewelry, and accessories
We're
using
watching her
all
video,
natural
the least we can do
materials
is
like wood
watch
and
this.
stone. Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women. Personally, I'm a huge fan of their men's watch collection,
Ooh.
like the solar-powered watch called the Comfort Crusher, that's made with fine-grained walnut wood and encased in stainless steel.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. Oh, there we go.
The walnut wood comes from here in North America, and all the wood Holzgern uses are FSC certified, ensuring that it was forested in a sustainable way. I got my husband the Open
Bullshit.
Horizon
I don't
watch,
believe
modeled
that shit.
after a real pilot's watch. It comes with a beautiful green marble dial and even has a built-in stopwatch function. He loves the sporty yet professional look, making it a perfect choice to wear at both work and home. And it would be a great gift for any cougar looking to spoil their Zoomer boyfriend. Just saying.
I don't like watches. I don't like them. I hate watches. I don't know. It's just my wrists starts to sweat, starts to itch. Like, it leaves the fucking, like, white mark on your wrist of where the fucking sun hit you all day, except that blank spot that was occupied. So you have this weird, like, white spot in the shape of a bracelet, and people ask you, what the fuck is that? I once wore a watch to work, right? When I was working. And I used it because my fucking, I don't know, my anxiousness, like, I needed to keep, like, track of my time to see, like, okay, I'm this close to leaving. I hate working for corpos. I hate it. To all those who can avoid it, please fucking do. Like, if you have no choice, then I'm sorry, but don't work for corporations. Don't. It's not pathetic. It's hard. It's hard and it's pathetic that people think that your time isn't worth anything. That's what's pathetic. The people who think that your time isn't worth anything, those are the pathetic people. But yeah, I used to wear a watch. It was the most uncomfortable thing. I could not work with it. I would, like, hit stuff, get things jammed in the crevice. My wrist is fucking skinny. Like, it's a bit meatier now because I'm working out. But back then I was a twig, and things would get lodged in there. Just saying. But yeah, those watches are pretty cool. They're not my favorite kind of, like, accessory, but I'll admit They seem pretty cool.
The watch I picked out for myself is the Colorburst Automatic watch. It has a unique green mosaic embedded in a stainless steel casing.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
The strap is easily adjustable to
Female
fit
watches
every
are
wrist.
prettier.
Holzgren's products are
They're
made
much
in
more
small
prettier,
quantities
honestly.
to ensure that each item is built to last. They do a great job combining functionality
I'd
and
wear one.
fashion,
I don't
and
give a
I
fuck.
just think their watches look really neat. Holzgren also creates elegantly crafted earrings, rings, bracelets, and necklaces, like this platinum-plated shade necklace. The store has accessories for both men and women, like the durable Forte bandlet for men made from orange-white marble, or the Duet bandlet for women, made with zebra wood and elegant gold stainless
It looks like
steel.
for old people.
All items come with a 2-year warranty, and ordering is
Oh, that
super
watch is
easy with
nice.
free express shipping to the US and most EU countries within 2 to 5 days. So if you're looking for a gift for someone, or you just want to treat yourself to a nice high quality watch, I definitely recommend checking out their store. Just click the link in the video description and use my special discount code SHOE.
$339 for a fucking watch. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to minimize like their craftsmanship or whatever, right? So Lord knows I could never fucking do that, but I don't know. I feel like paying like $340 because that's $340 right there for a product, especially a watch, is like I would never. If people do, nice, good for you. That's money not wasted for you. But I look at it and I think that's money wasted. Like you could have bought something else. Instead, you decided to buy a fucking watch. Out of all the things you could have bought, a fucking watch. But I guess that's just me.
At checkout to get 10% off your order store-wide. So big thank you to Holzgren for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to it.
I paid $20 for one.
What's up with Gen Z slang, dude? Looks maxing, hag maxing, riz, sus. Back in my day, we had our epic bacon and rafflecopters. And we were happy. Now, when I think of the term hag, I usually think of an evil, cackling witch. But no, apparently now it means women above 30.
Oh, what the
guys.
fuck?
I'm so tired of comments that are like,
no, in my, like, no. 30 is a hag. 30 is a hag. Wow. Like, wow. Double wow. 30 above, you're a hag. I'm not going to say in my time, because this is like almost everyone's time, but in the 2009s, 12, stuff like that, it was Cougar, you know? It was like Cougar, and Cougar was women who I guess today would be like hags, right? Or something like that. But the Cougar, the fucking, not the animal, like the term that were given to women of older age, Cougar. Yeah, they were not 30. It referenced for women for like 40 and above approximately, 50 pushing 60. Like Cougar, and it wasn't like at that time us like men chasing them, right? It was them chasing us. That's what it was. And I guess I think it's all like turned around now. I guess now it's like not them or us. I don't know. Let's see.
I used to watch you when I was in 3rd grade, and now I'm graduating college. Good for you! Awesome! Congratulations! My knees hurt when I get up off the floor. Now, this term hagmaxing went viral a few months ago with this screenshot. Meet the hagmaxers, Gen Z's new social trend.
They're using the fucking Baki pose. To those who don't know, Baki no Hanma is an anime, and it's about this buff, like, I'm not going to try and explain. I'm going to probably fuck it up, but he adopts a pose like this, and they're using the fucking pose. Oh my god, who is it? Oh my god! Holy shit! You know what? Maybe hag maxing is not so bad. I'm kidding. Well, I don't know if I'm kidding or not. Let's see.
Of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is making its rounds on social media. Gen Z men are ditching casual sex with their women to pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this article doesn't actually exist, it was a meme created on 4chan.
Oh, I thought it was like so weird.
But the meme did spark a massive conversation and debate about hagmaxing. And people had a lot of strong opinions about it. Motherless behavior.
Oh, come
This
on.
is just mommy issues rebrand. Another day, another psyop. It's not hag maxing, it's MILF hunting, and it's an art.
It is?
Please don't misappropriate my fetishes, giving the dumbest name known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16, waiting for a 20 to 25 year old
Oh my
to pick
God.
me up, lol. Okay, officer. I'm gonna throw up. I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills.
Yes.
Drizzle, drizzle.
Yes.
Young hard dicks and the older women who enjoy them.
Okay,
This isn't
maybe-
new. Hagmax bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been hagmaxing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class.
What the fuck? No, 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 you don't do that. They're so cringe. I've been. No. 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 That's not it. This is not it. That's not hag maxing or cougar hunting at all. That's jail hunting. No. Yeah.
I'm going to kill every last
Oh.
Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself. I
Fair
want to be a
enough.
hagmaxer, lol, any female taker, XD. I like thick MILFs and I cannot lie. Oh nice, it must be socially acceptable for 37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa, 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 let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women.
Yeah.
Women over 32 should be illegal. Now, according to the very astute, always reliable source, knowyourmeme.com, the
Oh,
term
of course.
hagmaxing is very popular in the VTuber community. Now, I don't have much interest in the VTuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me.
Huh?
A lot of interest. Should I do a video reacting to VTubers reacting to me one day? That might be fun. Let me know if I should reacting to VTubers of interest in me. A lot.
Who the fuck are these? Milky Mew? Pine Baby.
Of interest.
Smugglana. Holy shit. He's got 270k views. I want to be that. Anyways.
Should I do a video?
Oh, I do know Hades Mythos. I do know her, but only because when I like upload a tweet, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't know how Twitter works or X or however you want to fucking call it, but I don't know how it works. I just recently like made one last month for the sole purpose of like announcing when I'm gonna do lives or like shit like that. But I don't know how like the analytics, the feed, the fucking algorithm works. I just know that since I'm like posting PNG VTuber shit, my feed like shows a lot of different like people who are VTubers or PNG tubers, and I did come across that person, the Hades Mythos person. I don't know, like I'm a terrible PNG tuber VTuber. I'm calling them person instead of VTubers. I'm sorry.
Reacting to VTubers reacting to me one
That's
day.
interesting.
That might be fun.
That's
Let me know
interesting.
if I should do that.
VTubers
Although it
react
seems
to
to be a
her?
meme
Well,
amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing
I guess I'm
happening
technically
in
one.
real life. Rise of the boy toy. Why older women are dating Gen
No,
Z men
shut
at
up.
record
Oh
rates.
my God.
One woman stated, "Women my age seem to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurity."
No, that's a lie. Coming from a guy who was studying psychology, that's a fucking lie. That's not true. That is a fucking lie in and of itself. Young guys, we're the most insecure as fuck type of person. Younger men seem more open. I mean, we are more open. That's not a lie. But the whole like less burdened by insecurities, that's a fucking lie in and of itself. That could not be any more fake.
Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100 times in this video, but could you imagine an article like this with the genders reversed? I love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through. People would just be calling it red pill incel shit. Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z men are on the rise. Our analysis of age hypogamy reveals the pragmatic underpinning of these relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same is true for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options. For their part, many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age, or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
And I'm proud to be a millennial with my side part and skinny
Oh my
If you're
god.
an older millennial woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy, inclusive views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional
Yeah,
well-being.
fucking right.
In many ways, Gen Z men see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially. With their evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity
What?
to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by podcast bros. I love how millennial women have just psyoped
Podcast
themselves
bros.
into believing
That name itself just doesn't spell like good, like any good like thing.
a man who thinks fucking a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like, yes, queen, that Zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive. He's not like those podcast bros. I swear modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like, just a bunch of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering. Genius! Even Hollywood seems
not
to be
sure
hopping on the
about that.
hag-maxing train. Why are so many older women dating younger men in recent rom-coms? I'm old enough to be your mother, sighs Anne Hathaway as she passionately entwines.
Oh, come on, buddy. It's Anne Hathaway. It's Anne Hathaway. I mean, it's like Megan Fox from Transformers, okay? Like, I mean, they're not the same thing. Like, nowadays, Megan Fox is kind of sus and kind of ew. But back then, Megan Fox, and this is a meme. It's not me saying it, right? But this is a meme. Megan Fox helped men realize that they were actually straight instead of gay, for the simple fact that when she appeared for the first time on screen, like her bending over on working on a car, dude, like, you would not believe how many men plus women were like, you know what, maybe this woman is like the sex icon of our time. She was pretty, like, not even pretty, she was the definition of pretty at that time. And Anne Hathaway right now, she doesn't age. She's a fucking alien. She does not age, like, at all. I've seen her in a million other, like, movies, and, like, I think there was a TV series with her. I don't remember it, but she does not age. She looks the same. How does she not age?
With
She has
Amazon's new
amazing
heartthrob
genetics.
Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh, Anne Hathaway? I'm sorry, who wouldn't hagmax with Anne Hathaway?
Of course.
What a forward young man you
Oh, dear Haddisons. I need to hold my hat. I need to tip my hat for her. If I had a 2D model, I would have fucking made a toggle for it, like the hat tipping. But just look at this beautiful woman. I don't know. And that voice, like, too, that sweet voice she has, I can't. She's so beautiful.
are. My goodness.
This phenomenon
Oh,
is a
that teasing
groundbreaking
voice.
shift, considering Hollywood's reputation for
Woo.
perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just kind of assholes, celebrating of billionaire female CEOs. Like, did you actually want change? Or was it really all just penis envy? Older women partnering.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, this is just my personal belief, right? But I do not care. Honestly, I do not care. I'm on the whole spectrum that if no one is breaking the law and it's not, like, illegal and it's being done, like, morally and, well, like, consensually by every party, then it's none of our business. It's just not. We live our lives by our standards. They live their lives by their standards. And we do not have the ability to comprehend, like, every individual situation. Like, we might have an idea, but it's not up to us. And I hate it when I don't hate it, but studying psychology has given me like a more broader perspective of like that whole thing, right? So at the end of the day, it really just comes down to your own personal beliefs. You might say, oh, but the state, oh, but this, oh, but like the rules of the universe. It's like, yeah, but your rules of the universe aren't the same in another country. And of course, I'm talking about like appropriate age, right? I know that some people will say, and I know that it's true, because I know firsthand. I've studied this a lot when I was like in my career, right? The brain isn't like fully developed for a 19-year-old until like they're 25 or something like that. I gotta read again, but yeah, and that there's differences in maturity. I know all that stuff, but one of my teachers once said that if you're old enough to actually think you can hold a liquor bottle and a cigarette in your hand, then that means you're fucking old enough to make big decisions, like stupid stuff like that. So when I see someone who's like 35 dating a 20-year-old, I'm like, well, it's none of my business, honestly. They could be having the most like perfect, stable relationship ever, and everyone's gonna have their own opinion about it. And at the end of the day, it's not gonna harm them, because that guy's probably successful and she's probably successful, and all that they'll see is the age gap, right? So my personal belief is it's none of my business.
With younger men. Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15 and she was his high school teacher.
Oh, fuck!
Wait, that is not good. There should be a stigma against that. What? Maybe.
Yeah, no. Okay. So right there, yeah, right here. Yeah, no. Yeah, right there. There's nothing legal about that. Right there, there's nothing like oh my fucking god, 25 when he was 50. He's almost 25 years. So, okay, let me do the math. So he was 15, and she was 25 years older than him, right? So she was around her. Oh my god, she was in her 30s. That's sick, bitch. Oh my god. Oh fucking hell. He cougar hunted.
Husband. They met when he was 15
like a
and
motherfucker.
She was his high school teacher. Wait, that is not good. There should be a stigma against that. What? Maybe these high-profile women will help shatter the stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships. After all, at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No.
Yeah.
When you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that. What am I reading?
No. Guys. I know. Oh my god. Fucking French president. I'm pretty sure he was gloating about it, but no. Okay, that's what I mean, that within reason, right? Within fucking reason. That was not reason. That was not reasonable. That's not reasonable. You're still like in middle school at 15, right? Like just starting high school, middle school, something like that. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. That's where you take the phrase like age is just a number. It's like, no, it's fucking not. Not in this case.
I'm 37 and my boyfriend is 23. I make upper six figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need my man to have a good job. We both know what we want out of this relationship and we're getting it. You know, honestly, good for this. Wait, one is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. Oh no.
Wait, what?
Need my man to have a good job. We both know what we want.
At least 3 of my friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3. Oh shit. I thought she was referencing this. I'm 37, my boyfriend's 23. Like that, I could care less about. Like, he's in his 20s already. Honestly, I don't know, it's such a controversial topic that many people will have their like opinions about. And if you don't have that same opinion, you're like the worst monster in history. That's why I always say that I don't give a shit, because your opinion doesn't change mine, nor will mine change yours. But 32 and 19. Okay, so from my point of view, I'm not attracted to younger people. Like, after a certain like age gap, I look at that and I think, like, what do you have to offer me? Like, other than like the whole young thing, is like that shit's not gonna last, right? So what do you offer me? Like, not financially or like physically, like emotionally. What do you offer me? What do you offer me that someone my age or older can't offer me already? And it's kind of hitting hard to me, like everything she's talking about, because when I had a partner, my first girlfriend, right? I'm sorry, but I was 18, 19. She was 25, 24. So it was a pretty decent age gap, right? And I don't know. I didn't know she was like super older, like much more older than me. I didn't know. I just saw that she was pretty, and I literally did what I always do to hype myself up. I went to a wall. I recited some words that I thought, okay, this sounds nice. This sounds cool. I think this will do it. You can't do this. Come on, say this and do it like this and act like this and look at her like this. Come on, it's not that hard. The worst she can do is scream at like some policeman to beat your ass up. That's the worst she can do. Like, come on. But once I got to like the whole age thing, I was like, oh, and she was like, oh, you're still a baby. And I was like, technically I think I was 19. I'll be 20 in a month. But yeah, everything she's saying is hitting like hard, because I didn't cougar hunt. I refuse to say fucking hag maxing. I just feel like I'm part of that stupid group. I refuse to say hag maxing. I was cougar hunting, which is worse. It doesn't sound even better. Like, honestly, it's just me coping. But I didn't know I was cougar hunting, or that I cougar hunted, or that I was hunted by a cougar. I didn't know. And we were together for a while. I think we lasted like 3 years. Yeah, I think it was 3 years until she cheated on me. But anyways, that's another topic.
Out of this relationship, and we're getting it. You know, honestly, good for this. Wait, one is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3 years.
It's none of my business,
We
nor
older
anyone's,
women
but that is
aren't
kind of
man
sus.
haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man. We are not drama queens. We can't get pregnant. We are very sexy.
The fuck?
I'm not like the other girls. I'm infertile. Men dating older women is called hag maxing now. Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic?
Piss off.
No. It's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing. We're taking back the term hag. It's like when black people took back the N-word. There's something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man is still the predator?
But then aren't you the predator if you're preying on an older man that's much more successful in life? Isn't it the same thing though? Like, if you're labeling it like still as guys being like the creeps for doing that, when instead it's because maybe they vibe with an older person instead of someone with their... Because let me put it to you like this. I learned a term called emotional maturity that most people will know and will read up and will probably be like, actually, Wunder, it's actually this. It's like, no, the internet can tell you one thing, a proper psychologist teacher can tell you another one, okay? So, me, when I started dating this person, I was, my mind forcefully matured, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because I consider myself a good example of what happens when you date someone like higher of your age range, right? So at 19, I had no business thinking about bills, what house I was gonna buy, what car I should get, what like how much I should save up for like when I'm over 60 and stuff like that. My retirement funds, like I had no business. I should have started like thinking about what books, what career, what was my like life goal. And instead I focused on what like I would do to ensure that this other person's life was comfortable while I worked myself to the bone, right? Like that's what happens. My emotional maturity skyrocketed to the point where it shouldn't have. But there are people who have gone through shit when they were younger that have been forced to mature to the point that they don't click or vibe with people their age. So honestly, it's not them hunting older women because they want something in return sometimes. It's them that they just fit well with a certain like age group even better than their own group. Because what are they going to talk about with someone that they don't click with or that they haven't been through the same experiences with of their own age group, right? Like, oh, I had to be forced to like work and stuff like that at a younger age to help my family. What do? No, well, I used to go to the movies with Jessica and like with Carl and Timmy and we would watch like fucking Power Rangers. What about you? And you'd be like, I worked to a 9 to 5 since I was like 10. It's like, no, you don't vibe with them. So this is where I say that it's really situational. It really depends like on the person and on the individual like situation at hand. And when I mean that it's not my problem, it's because like it really isn't our problem. Everyone lives in their own bubble, and well, the consequences fall onto each like person.
Story 1? What? You guys just cannot win. Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not
It really is not. It really
so
isn't.
we've heard from the hags. Now let's hear from the
hags.
Why are these young men dating older women?
Hags.
I have mommy issues.
Oh.
Well, there has to be other reasons, right? I have a
Please.
granny fetish.
No.
Come on, there's gotta be another reason. Because Gen Z women aren't worth going for. And I have mommy issues.
No.
To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part, older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car, a house, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience. I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than Zoomer girls.
That's true. That's not a fucking lie. That's true. Okay? I'm gonna tell you an experience I once had. I'm sorry a lot for the pausing, but it's just a lot of this is like resonating with me to the point that I can see like what they're trying to say. How do I say this? Like I can relate to like some of these like things they're saying, not because I'm a hag maxer or a cougar hunter. I only did that by accident once, right? So I'm just trying to set my fucking phone. There we go. Okay. So it's true. It's true. Honestly, it is true. I've tested it firsthand, not on purpose, but I was fucking like wasted at a party, right? So one of those rare instances where I drink because I don't like drinking. I really, really don't. And when I do it, it's like very rare or for a special occasion. So I was invited like last year to a costume party. I dressed up. I went. I'm a sourpuss. So all I did was I sat down the entire time while the person who came with me, one of my best friends, well, one of my only friends actually, because I'm not that much of a people person. So he went out, partied like a motherfucker, started like hanging out with like a lot of older girls because for some reason some of the young girls weren't like looking at him. And this motherfucker is so good looking. Like I can admit one of my best friend right there, he's good looking. He's tall. He's a fucking unit. He's buff. He has a deep voice. His hands are so fucking manly. I look like a little bitch compared to him. I'm short. I'm mediumly built. And my face is like so youthful, so baby like. So the face you see on Wunder, my model right there, that my face is kind of loosely youthfully based like that, right? So I decided to, you know what? I'm going to go and try and dance for the first time. I'm going to try and dance. So I stood up, and what I did was that I looked around for young girls. No one looked my way. And it served to like destroy my confidence even more. But what I did was that I literally picked up a vodka bottle and I went around, and still no one would look at me. And that destroyed my confidence even more. Like more. I was like, oh, where the fuck did I come here then? Until I spotted this older woman, like in her 30s, 29s. And I asked her, hey, you want a drink? With the most cringiest like voice. I was like, hey, I saw you dancing there. So, well, if you don't want to, I mean, if you want to and if you'd like to, but you don't have to. But if you do, it's cool. I'd really appreciate it. Like, I stammered like a dumbass. Like, she just looked at me like, dude, just spit it out. And I said, do you want to dance with me? Like, with that type of voice, like, hey, do you want to dance with me? And she looked at me like up and down. And I thought, great. She hates what she sees. And she said, yeah, sure. Come on, let's dance. To put an end to the story, we danced. She fucking grinded on me. That was the first time I had someone do that type of like dance move. I was stone solid, like not in the way you think. Okay, get your mind out of the gutter. But I was like frozen from the shock and the fear of, oh God, what do I do? Where do I put my hands? Where do I put my body? Like what do I do? And I just let her continue like dancing around me. And I kissed her. That's it. But it's true. Older women will usually be more, sometimes or most of the times, not always, because I'm not going to generalize, will be more open to younger men. Especially
honestly,
when they're approached.
It's partly because modern Western girls from 18 to 25 are like 80% hoes now.
Oh, come on.
A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners,
That's
sexual
not
or
true.
other, than a woman who is 5 years younger than her. I changed my Tinder age range from 20 to 25 to 30 to 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make six figures at 22 years old.
Oh,
it's either
yeah.
take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money.
Oh.
I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good sex, intellectual conversations,
I don't
less
know
games,
much about
more fun, and they treat
George
you nicely.
W. Bush.
They tend to be more grounded. Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older men, then why not younger men date older women? I'm 16, and I'm not attracted to anyone below 30
No,
years
my
old.
guy.
Ah, yes, the elusive reverse pedophile. Dating a woman with a career, property, experience in bed, and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention. Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit amazing.
Yo! That's a win right there. That's a big W. That's a win. That's a huge win. I'm sorry. Most of you will be like, what are you telling me? I don't give a fuck. Shut up. To me, slept with, fed with, and packed your dino nuggies. I want someone like that. Where can I get one? And not specifically like a cougar or a hag, whatever you want to call it. I just want someone to pack me dino nuggies. Like, I don't mind working like 9 to 5, but if you're gonna pack me dino nuggies, I want that. I want to live that dream, Mr. Poole.
I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of trying with women my age and younger. They are all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're hyping up millennial women too much here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not narcissists obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace days.
Oh, I was.
Have you ever met a Gen Z woman who would want to date
It's
them?
true.
They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you. Oh my god. Nothing like a no denture adventure.
No, that's not cougar hunting anymore. No denture adventure. That's not cougar hunting. That's not ag maxing, my guy. That's grave robbing. that's that's grave maxing. that's totally tombstone hunting. No.
You people are sick. No, I don't believe this is happening more than ever just because Gen Z men like
You
eating sex
nasty
or gifts,
bastard.
or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No, I think there's more to it, and I have a few theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young, college-educated women want college-educated men. See, Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who's making more than her. But not that many young men are on that level yet. Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree. Karen wants to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang you in the back seat, then take you to Olive Garden. No strings attached. Unlimited breadsticks. For basically all of human history, the most prevalent age gap was older men and younger women. But why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps who should be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also, it's because younger women are more fertile, and the whole point of relationships is to make babies.
It was.
Or at least it used to be.
Yeah,
well, at
it
least
was.
in our lizard brains. That's the whole point. I don't know what the...
To those who don't understand, lizard brain, like, what do you mean lizard brain? It's like, in psychology, we're taught things, well, we're taught two terms, the mammal brain and the fucking like reptile brain, like the mammal part and the reptile part, right? I'm probably wording it wrong, but I do remember the terms. One is like our self-controlled, like the part of our brain that gives us autonomous control over our decisions and stuff like that, and holds back the reptile part, which would be the Neanderthal underdeveloped like base instincts and like behavior that we would exhibit if we were underdeveloped, like a person from the cave, like the Neanderthals, the caveman era, right? So when she says lizard brain is like, it was like it's in our code, like mental code and like biological code to reproduce, like as a base desire, basically. And people will say, oh no, not me. It's like, no, dude. Yeah, you. Just because you actively ignore it doesn't mean it's not there. It's a base human trait. The difference is that you can eliminate it. But it's a
modern
base
relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me. Like, what's the point? As well as situationships and polycules. The world is very confusing. It turns out people are different than me. Now let's be real, hagmaxing simply does not make any sense from a evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's 2024, we have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology. We could grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of plastic now. Men wanting to be with younger women made sense when babies were the goal, but babies don't seem to be the goal anymore. For many older women who simply don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men who think they can't afford them.
Because
or
it's
even
hard.
worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change. It's like every other week I see an article, fear-mongering Gen Z. Don't have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah blah blah. You have to save the planet. And first of all, I gotta ask, who the fuck we saving the planet for if not future generations? So if Gen Z does not want kids, if they think they can't afford kids, why does being with a fertile woman even matter? Might as well date an older woman. Might as well scramble those rotten eggs. Oh,
dude.
Editor.
No. You did not just... Rotten eggs. You learn a new way of saying things every day. Rotten eggs.
Edit that out. Edit that out. No.
She's her own editor. No
But believe
fucking
it or
way.
not, hag maxing is not really a new thing. It's been around for a really long time. Hundreds of years, even. In fact, there was a very famous hag maxer in American history who wrote an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman. And that hag maxer's name? Benjamin Franklin.
No.
No, I'm not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits
fuck
of hag
up.
maxing.
No
And
shit.
what's funny is a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin
No
gives
shot.
are the same reasons a lot of the Zoomers who hag max give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better stored with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lasting.
It's like that comment in the beginning. Because they have more wisdom or some bullshit like that.
Agreeable. Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality. Because there is no hazard of children, which irregularly produced may be attended with much.
These were thoughts from way back then. This is crazy. Like, this is so crazy. These are thoughts from way back then that we parrot today. It's not like new. We're parroting this. This is insane. I did not know that. I thought there's one guy who did that shit. Oh no, but it was in reverse. I think it was John Hancock. I don't know if that's his name. John Hancock, right? So I'm not well versed with American history, but I know a guy called John Hancock. I don't know if it's him who married like a young girl. I think it was in reverse, right? I don't remember, but this is nuts. This is something we parrot, but in our own stupid phrases.
Much inconvenience. Because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're easier to cheat on your wife with. Lovely. Because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part.
Huh?
The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms. The lower
Oh, he's saying that. I'm sorry. I read super quick, so sometimes I just get ahead of the lecture. It's a tick of mine. I read super fast. He's saying that as they get older, their ass gets fatter. That ass gets fatter. That's what he's saying. Them tetas go bigger.
parts continuing to the last, as plump as ever. Benjamin Franklin really just said, "The ass is still fat." Incredible stuff from our founding fathers. I will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again.
Me
This
neither.
is no longer the guy who discovered electricity. No, this is the great American hag maxer. So basically, some Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by
true
dating the women who are
Cougar
suffering
hunter.
from the female loneliness epidemic. Like the two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain. Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest, I don't think this is an
Maybe.
epidemic like the internet makes it seem like it is.
Yeah,
All the
it's-
data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them. And men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them. Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older, he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more, and couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce. But it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye on. As the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of hag maxing? Have you
Oh,
ever
God.
hag maxed? Would you
By
hag max?
accident, yes.
Personally, I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating
No!
middle school while I was going into college.
No. Oh, come on.
To be clear, I did not know know him when he was in middle school. I am not married to a middle schooler, not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the newspaper that I am a groomer.
That's not
if you
much
like this video, please
like an
consider
age gap
supporting me
either.
on Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video. Check them out, link down below, and I will see you next time with a new video.
Okay. Huh? Are men more shallow than women? Are men more shallow than women? Okay. We're gonna see that one in a bit. I'm interested to see that one. Her takes were pretty interesting. Of course, some things I don't agree with, but that's just my personal opinion, and I'm not gonna give it because it doesn't correlate to the entertainment of the video. But what I will say is that I do fucking understand that whole thing. It's true though. Larger age gaps really do affect like the stability of a relationship. And many people might comment saying, no, not me. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you at all. You're not the center of the universe, even though you want to be. You're just another grain of sand that's useless and a lump along with me and the rest, okay? I'm talking about some. Me, specifically, I was dumped. Well, yeah, I was dumped because of our age gap. And I wouldn't call it dumped. You see, the Mad Hatter had the unfortunate circumstance of being cheated on. Okay? And but lore-wise, I'm cool because I never dated. Okay? So the Mad Hatter is free of all those kind of horrible, indecisive past. Or I don't know how you say it, right? So basically, like, jokes aside, yeah, I got cheated on because I wasn't like old enough for her, and she went with a guy who was like her age or something like that and had like a much more stable financial situation or some bullshit like that. But hey, I take solace in the fact that she cheated on me with a guy who doesn't have an ear. And he wasn't born like that. I wouldn't be laughing at him if he had been born like that. No, he fucking lost it to some stupid accident because he was a moron. I don't remember the story, but I know that it was his fault. So I'm like, well, you cheated with me with half a man. I'm sorry. But it doesn't matter anyways. But what I'm getting at is that it's true. It is true. Age does matter in certain situations, but not all of them. And well, statistically, it seems to be that more couples are likely to divorce due to age gap. Sometimes it goes the other way around too. Like, it can succeed. I guess it's like I said, I think it's more situation wise. But yeah, I think that's all for this video. This one was pretty nice. I really enjoyed it because it hit home for me. It hit a lot it checked a lot of the boxes in like my former situationship that fortunately I'm super duper happy now. Like, streaming and doing all this shit, oh man, it feels so great to be someone much more free and else, you know? I think that's why VTubers and PNG tubers like doing this shit. Like, it's an escape from that stupid stuff that happens. Anyway, that being said, I hope you enjoyed.